This is a really quick video tutorial, sort of by request, I guess. This is just on recording your screen and recording your FaceTime camera through QuickTime Player native on Mac. So you don't need to download any apps. You can just record it all straight from here. So QuickTime is this little this app down here. You can see it's in my dock, or it's in my recents. But if it isn't there for you, then you can just either press F4 and you're going to get this screen up. Now yours is going to look a little bit different because I've put mine into folders, but you should see where it is. You can also press this. This is the Launchpad button, or if you still can't find it, you can press Command and Spacebar, and then that's going to open up a search window. And this is how you can search through your entire Mac. So if I just type in QuickTime, you can see it's going to come up, and I'm going to launch it from there. Now you know it's launched because you know that the app is open because it's got a little dot underneath it. And you know that it's active, meaning that you know that that's the thing you've got selected. When up here in your top left corner, next to your Apple symbol, you've got QuickTime Player, and that's going to give you the QuickTime menus. Okay, so we need to open two different types of recording. Yeah. Now don't worry about this this window here. This is just going to tell you where it's going to put the files at the end. I have it to put on my desktop just because that's easy then, but you can change that if you want to put it somewhere else. Okay, so in order to get screen recording, what we need to do is we need to go to File and New Screen Recording. So what we need to do is we need to go to File, New Movie Recording. Okay, and that's going to open up our FaceTime window, our FaceTime camera. Now on the video that you're watching now, I might be quite jittery, but that's just because I'm recording through Zoom, so it's going through a few different platforms. Okay, so you can see here, this is your camera. You can sort of get set up and you can make sure that you're looking all good and stuff. Generally, you want to make sure that this volume is turned all the way down. That's just the playback volume. And sometimes if you've got it turned up, you can get into a feedback loop and you can start to get quite jittery. Okay, so if it's got red there, that means it's not recording. You press the red button to record. Okay, now just a quick side, if you press this little arrow down here, this is going to open up some options. So you can see if you've got different cameras connected, you can click a different camera. Again, the same with your internal microphone. You probably want your quality to be on maximum. Obviously, that is going to take up and take a bit more space, and it's going to be a bit of a larger file size. But if you're recording to let this video be put out into the world, then you want it to be on maximum. Okay. So now before we just press record, we're just going to set up our screen recording. In order to do that, we go into File in QuickTime, File, New Screen Recording. Okay, and you can see it's going to open a little bar down here at the bottom. If I just hide my dock, you can see that a bit easier. Okay, now you want to ignore the caption selections. That's essentially a screenshot. And just so you know, that your cursor will look like a camera for now. So it's helpful to have everything sort of set up before you're going. But what we want to be looking at is our record sections. Now I've got it on selected on record entire screen because that's what I want to do. But if you only wanted to record a certain selection, you can click record selection portion and it will come up with this window, and you can change that window and move it around if you only wanted to record a very select section. But we don't want to do that. We want to record the entire screen. And again, just before we launch into the recording, you just want to go into your options here and make sure that these are how you would want it. Okay, so I'm going to click Save to Desktop. And again, a timer. So if you wanted a few seconds to get set up, then you can do. But if you're video editing this, then you can just trim the first couple of seconds until you've got it sorted out. The microphone, if you click None, that's not going to record any audio at all. Okay, and it's going to just be a silent recording. Okay, it can be helpful, if you know that you're going to put a voiceover over the top, or if you definitely don't want to record your audio. But for the sake of something like this, you want to put your built-in audio, a built-in microphone. Or if you have a microphone that's selected that you've got connected to your computer, then this is going to come up with your other microphone options. Now you've got a few different options here. You can show the mouse clicks, and that's just going to give you a little bit of a pinpoint. And you can sort of play around with that and see which ones you want. I have them all ticked just so people who are watching can see my mouse clicks and all that sort of stuff. Okay. So once we're ready, if we can just hit record on there, and that's recording our screen, and you know that it's recording your screen because up here in the top corner we have a little icon which is a circle with a square in it. Okay, and that tells us that we're recording our screen. Now to record our movie, we just click the red button here, and you know it's recording because the timer is going to go up and your file sizes are going to go up as well. If you've got it set on maximum, as you can see here, that file size is going to jump up quite a lot. Okay, and then once you've got this selected, you can actually minimize this window. Okay, and it's going to continue recording. There's no need to worry that it's going to stop. And you can go and you can go online. You can review anything you want. You can have a look at the news or whatever it is. Whatever it is that you need to do on your Zoom recording, on your file screen recording, you can do that here. You can go in, you can full screen things, you can do all of that, and it's going to record. Now it might be a little bit jittery on this video you're watching because I'm doing a couple of steps here, but on the actual playback here, it's all perfectly fine. I can full screen videos, and that's all good. Okay. And you can just treat the computer as if you were just recording normally. Okay. Now, when you've done your recording and you're ready to end, the first thing that I probably recommend is you need to close down both your windows. You need to stop your screen recording. You need to stop your movie recording. Okay. I'll just bring my dock back. So what you need to do is you need to bring up your movie recording, which will probably be as an open window down here in your dock. Okay. And in order to stop the recording, you press this little icon here. Okay. And that's gonna little loading window, and it's gonna come up with the video. Okay. In order to stop the screen recording, you go and press the same icon, but it's going to be up here in the top corner. And again, that might process for a little while, but what it's going to do is do that. And you can see there how it's doing that. If you get it something like that, where it's just down here in the bottom window, you just press Command S, and that's going to save it to your desktop. Now it's going to be untitled here for now. In order to save it, you can press close, and again you can save it as whatever you want to call it as. Okay, now might take a little bit of time to save, especially if you've got it set on maximum, but that's all fine. So you should end up with two recordings at the end: a screen recording, which is what it'll be called by default, and then if you've renamed it, then it'll be called renamed, but it might just be called untitled. Okay, so that was just a really quick tutorial. Really simple to use QuickTime to record your FaceTime and to record your screen. You don't need to download any apps, you don't need to download any plugins, nothing like that. You can do it all natively within Mac. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you've got any more requests for videos like this, just let me know and I'll be happy to put them out there. Thanks, bye-bye.